Okay, so I'm back at the farmhouse and my face is so red because I was outside taking pictures of Jimmy and just the farm and stuff, and it is freezing outside, so my face is super red. But I'm about to go upstairs and start working on the bathroom floor again. Ben and his dad should be coming back this evening, and they're gonna work on the plumbing because there is a leak with the bathtub, so they have to work on fixing that. And then an HVAC guy come out today, and he's gonna be fixing the ductwork underneath the house for us and setting our new unit for us, which we have to buy another unit because where this is 2 stories, we need another unit to cool the upstairs because one unit won't do all of the house. So we'll eventually have to buy another one, but for right now we're just gonna have the one. But he ordered the parts today, and then so hopefully he can pick them up and be out here and working sometime later this week. We're not really sure yet, but hopefully that can get done pretty quick. Since they have to come up here in the bathroom and work today because they have to put a new valve system in the commode, they just don't want to risk it, and plus we already have one, so we're just going to go ahead and replace it. We have to put a new faucet, and then they do have to fix a leak on the tub, so we're still like at least like a day or 2 out before we have water up here. It takes so much longer than you anticipate, but since they have to be up here, they'll be here in like an hour, hour and a half. So I'm going to work on this section right here behind the door that's out of the walkway and see if I can get most of this up before they get here. So as you just saw, I went over and put more fabric softener because where I didn't spray it and I just like brushed it on, I didn't apply near as much, and it soaked it up, and whenever I went to scrape it, it was not coming off as well. So I went back and put a heavier coat on, and I'm going to let it sit for a little bit longer. So I just got that scraped for the first time and cleaned up. But now I'm gonna spray the fabric softener again onto the glue because that's all that's left. The paper's gone. And then let it sit for a while and work on taking the glue off. Okay, so they're about to come in here and work, and as you can see, I just wiped up what was left of the fabric softener for the second time, and it works so good. What that is the grayish look. It's just where I didn't wipe good enough, and I'm trying to hurry, but I mean, it's dry to the touch, but it just needed to be wiped a little bit more. But also, I think that sanding it and then using mineral spirits will help a lot. So we're back at the farmhouse, and this evening I'm going to work on the bathroom floor before they get here. I came here a little bit early again so that I could try and get some more of it up, and hopefully I can get done because I'm tired of working on it, honestly. But we'll just see how it goes. My mom came with me to put wallpaper in our downstairs bedroom, and then last night after I left, they were still working on the plumbing, and they had some pretty big problems arise because somebody has clogged the drains like terribly, and they cannot get them unclogged. And so a lot of water rained down in the kitchen. Okay, so after I left last night, this happened. We had to pull out the fridge, and a lot of water, it just like filled the drain, and I don't know, it overflowed, so it all rained down here in the kitchen. It's so cold in here that it's taking forever to dry, so that is why it still looks wet. Okay, so I'm actually not going to work on the bathroom because they have all their tools and stuff in here, so I'm just gonna leave it alone and let them work in here this evening, and I'm gonna find something else. So since their tools were in the bathroom and I don't want to mess up what they're doing, I'm just going to clean this upstairs bedroom. And this is actually the bedroom that we're going to be staying in whenever we get heat in the bathroom working. We're going to be moving into this upstairs bedroom just until we get the master bedroom fixed, because one, it's warmer up here, and plus it's the only room that doesn't have access to the attic space. And as soon as we start living here, we're going to start working on the downstairs master bedroom and trying to get it completely finished so that we can have set up our bed and our dressers and everything like that and go ahead and like live comfortably. Okay, so this evening at the farmhouse has been eventful to say the least. Like, gotten a lot done, but at the same time we had a lot of problems arise. So not really a lot of problems, but just like the main problem, and that's plumbing. Our plumbing is still backed up, and they went under the house and stuff, and they found that the drain is stopped up with that soil and Miracle-Gro, and they shoved it down the toilet and into the drain. So that is why all of this is clogged. So I went to the store and got some drain cleaner and stuff to try and get it unclogged. And so they're letting it sit right now. And before we leave, we're gonna run water down it. But we have a mess in the kitchen where more water has leaked. And we ended up having to take up the toilet. And we actually found that our vent pipe is actually cracked. So that's a really big deal. So I don't know, plumbing is at a complete like halt pretty much. Okay, so this is how the bathroom looks now, and they're trying to work on that drain and get it unclogged. They didn't put fabric softener down there, that was me, but that is drain cleaner, and they're trying to get that unclogged right now. And the soil that was in the bathtub, they think that they put that down the drain, and that is why it's so clogged. But I'm glad it did not work in here today, because it is a mess and they needed the full time to try and work on this, because it's a GOM, and I feel like plumbing has been our biggest issue so far. So I know you cannot see anything down here, but we ended up taking up the floor around this pipe, and this is our vent pipe. It goes straight out the roof and it connects to the toilet and stuff. So this drain pipe, it connects to the toilet, and it's where the clog is, but also down below there, that is actually cracked and it's cast iron. So I don't know our plans yet on how to fix this and where to go from here. But as you guys saw, I worked on cleaning this bedroom, and I started cleaning it because it's gonna be the bedroom that we first move into. But very quickly, whenever I went to sweep, I realized that we didn't have any receptacle in here yet. So we just had a light switch. So my dad worked on putting outlets in here today. He put one for each side of the bed, and then one on each of these walls. And he also put one over there. And I had him put so many just because I have no idea what the plans are for this room yet. Just besides, I'm sure that we'll want a lamp on each side of the bed, and who knows, like maybe if it's a kid's bedroom, they'll need more outlets, and then maybe, we can't decide, but possibly an outlet up there for a TV eventually. I also cleaned up the dining room, which it looks a lot better. I was cleaning and I was thinking, man, I'm doing this for nothing. It's just gonna be dirty again. But then my father-in-law walked in, and he was actually talking about how much like easier it makes it to work, and how he knows exactly what to work on whenever he comes in. So it does help, and everybody hates walking over a bunch of stuff. So in the long run, it does help, but I just waste a day or two trying to clean up. And also it needed to be done because Friday and Saturday our HVAC guy is coming. So hopefully he can get the ductwork hooked up and stuff. And I have no idea how long it will take him, like could take him 2 weeks. But I figured that whenever he does turn on the heat, it's gonna blow a bunch of dust everywhere. So we need to try and keep as little dust as possible. So I'm gonna try and work on just keeping things clean as I go and cleaning up after everybody's jobs. But we're still dealing with these leaks in here, and I got a fan going on it. But they took the toilet up and all of this water ran out of it. So I'm trying to get that dried up with a fan. But we did get a lot figured out, and I'm glad that we got it figured out before we just like went ahead and turned on the water. But it does make sense as to why they had the ceiling in the kitchen tore out in that section by the pipes. And we didn't know, but it was because the drains were clogged and they were leaking. So I guess the plumbing upstairs was shut off for a while before the last people moved out. But it all makes sense now, and I'm glad that we figured it out. And now we can try and address the problems before we were in too deep. But that's gonna be it for today's vlog. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you will like and subscribe.